empathy
creates wealth.
Boom.
Whoa.
And she was talking about like whoever you're speaking with, whether it's a millennial, whether it's a baby boomer, you have to speak that person's language because that's how you're gonna connect with their needs, and that's empathy. And I was like, boom. And then I walked away.
We're like, you can't top that. We're done.
Okay, what was your second highlight of the day, Josh?
She hugged me.
Alright, say no more.
He's got a kid at home.
Ben, what was the highlight of your day?
Co-host of the Steve Harvey Show.
Or Chelsea? Highlight of your day?
Yeah, so she said two things. She said, ask your children 2 questions or your prospects 2 questions or anyone that you're trying to help. What is your biggest and best self?
Yeah.
And what are you here for? 2 simple questions.
Nice. Chelsea, what's your biggest and best self?
Shoot. Being in my best state for follow-up and to continue communication with what I've created and what my capabilities are. To stay connected to team and with our calls so that I'm constantly in the energy instead of dropping it. And that's it.
Boom.
And standing in my own truth and using my voice and not being afraid of what isn't real.
Nice.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice.
It's useful. It's so useful.
Benjamin Bunny.
What's the question?
Highlight of your day?
Okay. Like, honestly, Amelia's talk was like really good. I didn't hear much of the private circle convo because I'm short, but I don't know. Like talking with Vinny at dinner, like it wasn't like really like a personal development one. It was more just like business and stuff like that. I don't know. It was just like a fun conversation, like talking about cars, especially with someone like that successful, and like hearing what it's like at that lifestyle, how they like all their houses, all the different cars,
All
like,
their houses.
like literally, he's telling us all the houses, like their
All
snowmobiles,
few homes.
how like. You know, they had yachts, but he's not big on water, so they got rid of the yachts, like things like that. I'm just like, honestly, I'm like, this is what I want.
Dude,
Like,
she was a
it
millionaire
wasn't about like
at
personal
19.
development, it was about like seeing the vision, and I'm like, oh my god, this is
She was a
sick.
millionaire at 19.
But it's like she said, right? It's not about wanting the money for that. It's about having the vision, and then the money comes.
Well, yeah.
You doing that.
But I'm like, this is what the vision's gonna give me. I'm like, this could be it.
Yeah.
You obviously imagine the lifestyle would be like if you did make it, or once you do, you know? Get up close and personal.
Yeah. Look.
You're a friend.
Good one, buddy. Okay, so yeah, the one highlight was what Ben was saying. You know, talking to Vinny about a different side of success, because really this whole weekend we've been talking all about business and everything for that kind of success. But he's successful in finance, which is is somewhat similar to business, because each business is financially stable and everything like that. But it's just cool to hear kind of a separate or not like a separate section to it. The other highlight was actually meeting Dave Wentz. That was pretty intense. I actually couldn't believe that somebody of that high up in this company came to like a Canadian convention. It just really shows.
Get used to it.
It just really shows how committed and how involved that these high-ranking people want to be with a company. It doesn't matter if it's a country as big as Canada or like a country as small as like Hong Kong. I guess they separate that. Yeah, they separate that. Or so yeah, just meeting him and talking a little gossip with him. That was pretty cool.
That was a good picture.
Yeah,
So
that
what's
was.
stock price gonna do? Should I be investing right now?
Yeah.
Talking with Vinny was like super like skeptical going into it. He's like, oh, I've heard a lot about network marketing, so obviously he was straight up like, yeah, before I came I did a lot of research on Usana, and like still kind of skeptical on the whole network marketing with how many businesses fail. And then he like, obviously the things we hear is like it's like credible that it's publicly traded, and like just a number of things, and how long it's been around, and how it's built from the products up opposed to a business, and then throw products into the mix. And hearing it from someone as skeptical as himself, and how he did all the research and how impressed he was with that was like pretty cool hearing it from
Because he spent the time with us.
What?
Cool.
Yeah,
He spent the afternoon with us.
that was pretty cool.
That's fun.
Hearing him say that,
It's really
getting
it's,
his 2 cents in about everything. That was pretty cool.
it's really cool that you guys have all invested your hard-earned cash and time to be here, but especially the money for you guys. That's really huge, and so I'm really hoping these this is your ROI, right? This is what you're here for, and it's not in any brochure ever, but it's why you would do this again, because those are those magical moments that, because you invest the time and because you invest the energy, expect it.
Every time.
Absolutely expect
Wow.
it.
And it
Like-
really is a network, because if you didn't get it today, like, we moved to Toronto in 1990. Our friend, about 2 years later, our friend Tammy, or Karen's friend Tammy, they went to school together, moves out here. We get this phone call one night. It's probably about October, somewhere in there.
Late at night.
And she's like, "Can I come visit you?" And it's like, "Sure." And just pops in out of the blue. She was living with our choir director from the church we were working at, taking a Pilates course, and he was supposed to have a room for her to live in, and she got there, and it was this rat-infested, disgusting place. And so
Which
then
means more to us now that we've killed 3
No,
rats
we've
in
had
the last
3 rats.
week.
And so then she calls us up, comes and visits, and then at the end she's like, Karen comes and grabs me and pulls me aside and says, "Look, I think we should see if she wants to live here with us, because she has no place to live and this place is gross." So Karen goes and tells her and says, "Look, Tammy, if you want to move in with us, you're welcome to live here." She then comes running up to me and hugs me, and I'm like, "Okay, Karen, she can live here, but she's never to touch me again." Because I do not like
Not a
hugging
hugger.
strangers. And so then Tammy lived with us for the next couple of years, became a really good friend, and then we've stayed connected through the time. And so then it was Tammy who phoned Karen, eventually goes and prospects for USANA later on. Then Tammy phones her when we were in Toronto again last summer and says, "I want you to meet this Amelia woman." So that connection goes all the way. That connection goes all the way back to high school.
No way.
Amelia is here because Tammy and Karen went to high school
In
together.
Squamish.
What? Squamish. She's from
Squampton.
places.
Squampton
Tammy
connected you?
is. The woman who connected us is, yeah.
Who meets anybody out of Squampton?
So that's it. So and Damien and Rob are here because, again, I lived here in 1990, and Damien was a 15 or 16-year-old when I met him. He was a 16-year-old breakdancer who used to carry this linoleum to school, so that he
Seriously.
could spin on his back in the hallway during breaks.
Damien was?
Yeah.
I
So
was
then
also-
Damien had a pretty challenging family background, and so he used to spend an awful lot of time at our house. So then when we moved to Vancouver, he asked if he could come out and get a job and live with us. So then Damien moved to Vancouver and lived with us for 2 or 3 years.
Raised Benjamin.
And it's a joke. One of the things that he did to cut down on rent is that he would look after Ben when Karen and I were working. So that's when the jokes about taking Ben to the beach.
He's
Yeah.
been part of our
Pick up girls.
business.
But yeah,
And
awesome.
so Damien, Damien's 38, turning 39 now, and so Damien's been involved with us since high school.
Wow.
So it's those connections. You don't know. You continue to tell people, and they might disappear and then come back, and disappear and come back.
So Valerie, do you have a bigger vision?
Oh yeah.
Are you
man.
going home to crush it?
I want
She's
to.
like, "Can we go home now?"
Yeah, I was like, can we? I want to do this now.
Welcome
That's
to being
good.
put on the
Yeah.
spot.